Hey everyone, it's Shirt of Chroma Glitch, and today we're taking a look at The Farmer Was Replaced. In The Farmer Was Replaced, players will learn to program and optimize a drone to handle all the farming work for them. To operate the drone, players will learn to use a Python-like coding language to till soil, plant, and harvest crops. While many programming games divide each lesson into its own chapter, The Farmer Was Replaced takes players through a continuous progression track. Players will use the resources they gather from their farms to unlock upgrades. These upgrades will enable players to learn additional methods for writing code, helping them grow their farms. Upgrades include additional crops, increasing crop yields, increasing drone speed, and debug tools. The Farmer Was Replaced also works similarly to an idle game. Once players complete a code, say to plant and harvest bushes, the drone can be left running as long as the game is still open. This is a great way for players who may be multitasking to get farm work done, so when they return, they can upgrade and move on to the next coding lesson. I'm going to do something a little different with this video, and we'll do a walkthrough of some of the coding stages in the game, so let's jump into The Farmer Was Replaced. So for the first program, the text editor, all programming is done in code windows. Each code window corresponds to a text file containing code. You can rename the file by clicking on its name at the top of the window. The code can be edited like any text editor as long as it's not running. You can execute the program directly by pressing the green play button in the code window. You can create more code files using the plus button in the upper right corner of the screen. You can dock a window to another window by dragging it onto it. So currently, the only statements available are harvest and do a flip. So if we put in do a flip, and then add that, the drone will do a flip. Whereas harvest, drone will start harvesting. And so collecting grass will give you hay. Hay can be used to unlock loops in the unlock menu. If we go to the unlocks, we'll see loops will cost 4 hay. Speed will cost 20. Grass yield increase will cost 300. Then expanding the farm will cost 30. Additional crops will unlock with 50. So in total, we're going to need 405 hay. Let's go back to our farm. Harvest one more time so we can get the loop. So let's unlock loops. So the while loop. You have unlocked the while loop and the values true and false. While loop keeps executing the loop's body as long as the condition is true. While true. While true. Okay, so for while true, we're going to put that, hit enter, and then harvest. And just like that, we have a simple while loop. And so we're going to leave that running while I go through the rest of this log so we can get some more hay for our next couple of upgrades. So if we leave this running, we can go check our unlocks. We're going to increase speed. And so that's up that. So the issue with increasing speed is that now that we've increased the speed, the problem is that the drone now harvests faster than the grass can grow, resulting in no harvest at all. To deal with this, if branches and the can harvest function, we go back to our while true harvest. We're going to delete that. So we're going to go to while true if can harvest, then we want it to harvest. And so now the drone will only harvest when the grass is fully grown. So we can leave that running as well so we can get some more unlocks. So when the above code is running, the if runs, can harvest is called, can harvest does its thing, can harvest returns true or false. The statement is now if true or if false. The code block is only executed if it can harvest. Now we can use if to prevent the drone from harvesting too early. And since our drone is busy, let's go see what we can unlock. Next up, we're going to increase the yield amount of grass. So let's go ahead and unlock that for 300. And then we are going to unlock additional farmland. We're going to pause this. Or I can actually leave that running for now because I need more hay. So, expanding. Your farm has grown. This space is not much use if you can't move the drone. So there is a new function move that moves the drone. Move requires that you specify the direction in which you want the drone to move. There are 4 new constants for this: north, east, south, and west. For example, move north will move the drone 1 square to the north. If you move over the edge of the farm, the drone will be moved to the other side of the farm. The following example code will keep moving the drone north and wrap back to the start when it reaches the edge of the farm. While true, move north. So, so we're going to stop that. And then, since this is still at while true, we're going to just hit enter, backspace, and then add move north. Then now let's hit enter again. Okay, and now our code is while true, if can harvest, and then move north. So the drone will harvest when it can, move north, and then continue on a loop. Okay, so the last thing is going to unlock planting. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Zoom back out. Okay. So now that we've unlocked planting, grass is nice, it grows automatically. All other plants have to be planted with the plant function. The only plant you can plant right now is a bush. You can pass the type of plant you want to plant to the function plant entities.bush. This will plant a bush under the drone. Call clear to reset the farm to all grass and reset the drone position. It seems that if you grow more than one type of plant on the farm at the same time, you can sometimes get a higher yield. You'll need to research polyculture to learn more. Check my unlocks. We unlocked plants. So we're going to grow some bushes because we need 10 wood. Go ahead and upgrade grass one more time. And then 30. So we need 30. 130. 230. So we're going to need 260 wood, which we'll get from bushes. So go here. I'm going to copy this. Because now we're going to plant. We're going to just save that into a Word document. So I can get it later. And so we're going to replace this while true if can harvest. Harvest. Move north. So we're going to go plant entities. Plant. Oh gosh. Gotta remember to turn caps lock off. Then we're going to hit this. And so once it removes the grass, it's going to just keep going. And so now the grass is going to keep growing whenever a bush isn't planted. But once a bush is planted, they'll grow. The drone will pick them up. Let's see, speed. We need 10, so let's go ahead and increase speed. Hit it? Yes. And then to expand, we're going to need 20. So while that's doing that, we'll now expand. So now that your farm is expanded, new tiles are no longer in a nice row, so you need to find a way to traverse in a square grid. Okay, so we're going to just reset, delete that. So now that our farm is expanded, The while loop we were just using isn't going to work as well. So we're going to switch to the for loop. The type of for loop that we're going to use is only going to be needed to repeat code a fixed number of times. So for instance, for I in range of 5, do a flip. Type that in. For I range 5. And so for that, obviously the drone is just going to do 5 flips. So range creates a range of numbers from 0 to 1, which has n elements in it. The for loop runs its loop body once for every element in the sequence. In this example, do a flip will be called 5 times. After 5 times, it'll stop. The function getWorldSize is also available now. It returns the side length. It returns the side length of your farm. This way you can write code that won't break with the next expand upgrade. So now we're going to try for I in range. Get rid of that. Put get world size. Switch it to harvest. And then move north. Then we're going to run that. And the drone will move up a straight line. So that's going to harvest 1 column of the farm up from any size. So now we want this to run a loop. So we know it'll run straight up. So while true, tab. So now if we have the while true function from earlier, it'll perform a loop. But now we want it to move around the farm. So we're going to have to add some more commands. While true, for I in range, get world size, harvest, move north. So if we add move east, that'll move the drone up north 1, east 1, and it'll just repeat that. However, that means some things aren't getting picked up. So let's fix that. So let's try to fix that. So let's try this. Enter. Let's move east and then harvest. Let's test that one. So better, we have that moving in sort of a T pattern. Clear, reset. So we're gonna do while true, I in range, do 3. Harvest. Oh wait. So instead of move north, we're going to switch it to move east. That way it'll move side to side. How are we going to do this? Because we want to maximize our return. I in range 3. Harvest. And then move north. Okay, so that's doing a T again. Instead of do 2. Okay. I think that got it. while true for I in range of 3. Harvest, move east for I in range of 2. Harvest and move north. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to switch this, because we need wood before we can do any more upgrades. We're going to plant bushes. So we're going to go back and look at our previous code. I'll just put it down here. So it was while true, if can harvest, harvest, move north, plant entities, bush. And that was to move up 3. So while true, we're going to switch to enter if can harvest. Have that over, harvest. Then we're going to move east. And then this one, rather than harvest, we're going to change it to plant. I'm going to do entities dot bush. And then we'll see. And so that'll put bushes in the middle, grass on the edge, but we want more bushes because we have a lot of grass. So, we can harvest, harvest. We're going to switch this part here. We're going to copy this, save it, so I don't lose it. And then we're going to change it to in range of 3. Want to plant entities bush. We're going to remove this. Then move east, and then this. I'm going to go if can harvest. This is in my way. We're going to say harvest and then move north. So let's see. So it's only harvesting on north. That's close. Oops. Stop. Bush, move east. Bush. We're going to do if can harvest. Harvest. Let's see. This is doing, so it shouldn't impact any of the small bushes. It looks like it's not. Oh, here we go. Carrots. We need 100 tools to help with debugging programs. Let's grab this. So sometimes your code just doesn't work and you need to find out why. There are a couple of tools to help you do that. The first is to execute the program step by step. You can go into step-by-step mode with the button next to the executor button or by setting a breakpoint. Breakpoints can be added by clicking on the breakpoint panel to the left of the code. When execution reaches the line where the breakpoint is, it will automatically switch to step-by-step mode. When you move your mouse over a variable, its current value is displayed. The print function can also be very useful. It will write any value passed to it directly into the air. Examples: print 024. Print true or false. Print the current position. And print function prints the value directly into the air into the output page. Writing into the air can sometimes be a bit slow if you want to print a lot of values. In this case, you can use quick print, which prints only in the output window. Okay, so I left this running for a little while I stepped away, and as you can see, I'll use that to highlight it a bit better on my resources. As you can see, I've gained more hay and a lot more wood from the bushes while this was running in the background, so I can upgrade again. But first we're going to jump into planting carrots. We're going to stop this. Okay, so before you can plant carrots with plant entities carrot, you have to till the soil. This will change the ground to ground soil. To till the soil, simply call till. Calling till again will change it back to grassland. Planting carrots costs wood and hay. These items will be automatically removed when planting entities carrots. So we're going to make sure we have this code saved. So for I in range of 3, we're going to, instead of plant, we're going to say till. Okay. Stop. Till, and then we're going to put plant entities. We want carrot. So let's see if that works. So that's gonna reset it a bit. That's fine. Okay, so that did not work. So we're gonna do plant. We're gonna remove the if can harvest. Harvest. Then let's see. Okay, so it's harvesting them too soon. In a range of 2, if can harvest, harvest. So let's see, we don't want to harvest. So we're going to remove the if can harvest. We'll just do move north. Then if can harvest, harvest. Oh wait, push play. Okay, so that's still not working. Okay, so let's double back. Do a flip. Oh wait, show hint. J in range. Okay, so let's grab this code from this hint from the harvesting that I forgot about after we expanded it. And let's test what this one does. For I in range, get world size. For J in range, get world size. Do a flip on every time. Oh, because that's... Okay, so this was the hint on expand. So let me move carrots. But will it... Let me see. We're going to switch this to till and see if I can just get this to... Ooh. And for now, I just want it to till. We're so close. Okay. Let's just leave it at that for now. This seems like as close as we're gonna get. So, we're gonna switch this to while true. Enter. Tab over, tab over, tab over, tab over, tab over. All true. We're not going to tilt. We're going to plant entities. Carrot. Get rid of that. Then move north, move east. Let's see. Backspace. If and harvest. Harvest. I'm gonna take this. Okay, I think that's working. So that's it using the hint code. So I wonder if we can change it to where the code I wrote will work. We're gonna erase that. For I in range of 3, we're not gonna plant entities, we're gonna plant, or wait, yeah, carrots. If can harvest, harvest, move east. If harvest. Okay, so mine works too. So to till, you just want to till and then get till out of the code. Okay, so we're gonna take another look at tilling and carrots because I think I figured it out. We unlocked senses and variables off screen, but I think those are gonna help me solve my problem. So senses, the drone can now see. The function gets position X and get position Y, return the current X and Y position of the drone, number items, item returns how many of an item you have. Get entity type and get ground type, return the type of entity or ground that is under the drone. None keyword is also unlocked now. None is a value that represents that there is no value. So what we're going to be using is the get entity type. And so I'm going to grab my code from earlier in the day, if I can find it, for the carrots. Okay. Grab that, smack that in there. Okay. So we're going to change this value to 4 because we're on a 4x4, and this to a 3 because, again, on a 4x4. And then I'm going to delete all of this here and this here. But I'm going to leave the space. So what we're going to do is type in if get entity type is that, and then we're going to do entities dot grass. We're going to say till. Then backspace 1. After you till, plant entities dot carrot. Okay. And then if can harvest, harvest. And I can just scooch this back. And then we're gonna try this is going to be if get entity type grass till plant entities carrot if can harvest and then move north. Okay. Now let's see. Moment of truth. And there we go. We have a carrot farm. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that finally worked. Okay. So we also unlocked the ability to water our crops, so we're going to use that. Or we're going to put a section in the code for that. So with watering, plants grow faster when they are watered. The ground has a water level ranging from 0 to 1. The function getWater returns the water level of the ground it's over. The growth speed of the plant scales linearly from 1 times speed at water level 0 to 5 times speed at water level 1. The ground dries up over time. You can use water on your plants. 1 tank of water is automatically added to your inventory every 10 seconds. Upgrading unlocks water will give you an additional tank of water every 10 seconds. A tank holds 0.25 water. Call use items item water over any ground to water the ground. So since we have some crops, we're going to pause this and then we are going to add or get water. So let's see. After planting, let's do if get underscore water. And then we're going to use comparison operators to set this up to where if it equals 0, it'll use item, items, water. Okay, and then we want to also put this on this one. So again, if get water equals 0, use item, items, water. Okay, so now let's see if that works. I'm trying to see. Kind of hard to tell. I also don't know if my soil needs water. Let's pause. Let's remove it from this one and see if I can see it on the other one. I'm also trying to see if this little bucket over here goes down or up. So we're running out of crops for resources to do carrots. Okay, so that's fine. So unlocks. Let's see. Trees increase the yield. Oh wait, trees. Okay, trees are better way to get wood than bushes. They give 5 wood each. Like bushes, they can be planted on grass or soil. Trees like to have some space, and planting them right next to each other will slow down their growth. The growing time is doubled for each tree that is a tile directly to the north, east, west, or south of it. So if you plant trees on every tile, they will take 2 times 2 times 2 times 16 times longer to grow. Okay, so let's see if we can expand our farm. Nope, we need pumpkins. Okay, so we're gonna switch to trees. So I'm gonna save this. See? Because we are going to plant some trees. And so, if get entity type equals, we're not going to worry about carrots right now. So I'm going to just outright remove this line of code. Or, wait. Cancel that, because trees, they grow a specific way. They give 5 wood each. They can be planted on grass or soil. Oh, either one. It doesn't matter. Trees like to have some space, and planting them right next to each other will slow down their growth. The growing time is doubled for each tree that is on tile directly north, east, west, or south of it. So if you plant trees on every tile, they will take okay. So what we're going to try and do is plant trees on the diagonal. I think that'll work. We'll leave till we can use soil. Wait. So we're going to plant a bush. If get water equals 0, use items, water. Plant entities bush. And then we're going to do tree. I don't know if this is going to work in the way I'm thinking. Use bush. What's invalid? Oh. see if it works. Okay, so it's planting bushes. I don't think trees are getting planted. Pause. So instead of bush, we're gonna plant tree. And then I guess remove this one. A little hard to tell. Okay, trees are being planted. Okay, so let me check my unlock speed. Let's upgrade my speed. Okay. It looks like it's working. And then let's do some more unlocks. Increase the yield. So let's increase the yield. Increase the speed again. Increase the speed again. Increase the yield again. Okay. But it's going. Okay. I'm actually really proud. Alright. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to unlock fertilizer and then we're going to unlock pumpkins. So fertilizer, we're going to pause this. Fertilizer, at some point waiting for the plants to grow is just not efficient enough anymore, similar to water. You will automatically receive fertilizer every 10 seconds, plus an extra one for each upgrade. Fertilizer can make plants grow instantly. Use items. Fertilizer reduces the remaining growing time of a plant under the drone by 2 seconds. This has some side effects. Plants grown with fertilizer will be infected. When a plant is infected, half of its yield is turned into items weird substance when it's harvested. Weird substance can also be used on plants, which has an effect of toggling the infected status of the plant in all adjacent plants. So if you use items weird substance on an infected plant, it will cure it, but if you use it on a healthy plant, it will infect it. If you use it on an infected plant that has healthy neighbors, it will cure the plant, but infect the neighbors and vice versa. Oh gosh. And then let's see. We're also going to unlock pumpkins, I think I said? Yes, because we need it to expand. So pumpkins grow like carrots on tilled soil. Planting them costs carrots. We're going to need more carrots. When all the pumpkins in a square are fully grown, they will grow together to form a giant pumpkin. Unfortunately, pumpkins have 20% chance of dying once they are fully grown, so you need to replant the dead ones if you want them. The yield of a giant pumpkin depends on the size of the pumpkin. A 1x1 pumpkin yields 1 pumpkin, 2x2 pumpkin yields 8, 3x3 yields 27, 4x4 yields 64, etc, etc. It's a good idea to get at least a 5x5 size pumpkin to get the full multiplier. This means that even if you plant a pumpkin on every tile in a square, one of the pumpkins may die and prevent the mega pumpkin from growing. So we're going to need carrots. We're going to plant entities rather than bush. We're going to plant a carrot. And then on this one, we are going to plant pumpkin. And let's see. I don't think we're getting the multiplier. It's going so fast. Maybe we're getting the multiplier a couple of times. How many pumpkins did I need again? 200 to expand. We're gonna really focus on getting carrots because pumpkins require carrots to grow. Unlocks. We're gonna increase the yield on the pumpkins. Dinosaurs. Alright, so we have enough pumpkins, so let's expand our farm to a 5x5. Oh, we need wood. So we're gonna switch this to bush. And this to tree. And we're gonna run that a bit. Uh-oh. Trees are growing by each other. It's honestly fine because their yield is relatively high. And we have the bushes as well. Wait. Let's switch that to tree. This to bush. I think that'll fix it. Yep. Kind of. There was an attempt. We're gonna stop. Okay. Now we need to do our unlock. We're going to expand. We now have a 5x5, so first off, change that to 5 and 4. And then let's see what else we can do. We need pumpkins. So we're gonna go back to the farm and we're gonna put pumpkins. So that's going to be entities pumpkin. Entities carrot. Alright. Oh, okay, we got a big one. Oh wow, this is... Okay, yeah, we got that big one. The carrot's growing, kind of. They're trying to keep up. I think we needed 500 pumpkins? Yes, for the next expand. Okay. So next we're going to plant some sunflowers. Sunflowers collect the power of the sun. You can harvest that power. Planting them works exactly like planting carrots or pumpkins. Harvesting a grown sunflower yields power. If there are at least 10 sunflowers on a farm and you harvest the one with the largest number of petals, you get 5 times more power. Measure returns the number of petals of the sunflower under the drone. Sunflowers have at least 7 and in most 15 petals. They can already be measured before they are fully grown. Several sunflowers can have the same number of petals, so there can also be several sunflowers with the largest number of petals. In this case, it doesn't matter which one of them you harvest. As long as you have the power, the drone will use it to run twice as fast. It consumes 1 power every 30 actions, like move, harvest, plant. Executing other code statements can also use power, but a lot less. In general, everything that is sped up by speed upgrades is sped up by power. Anything sped up by power also uses power proportional to the time it takes to execute it, ignoring speed upgrades. Okay. So what do sunflowers require? Carrots. So we're gonna replace the pumpkins with sunflower. Plant entity sunflower. If get water equals 0, use items. Oops. We're also gonna measure because we want to only harvest well, let me try this out first. Let me test this one. And then we'll see. Oh my gosh, we're getting the drone is going really fast. Okay, so we're gonna swap that. We're gonna put carrot here, sunflower here. I'm recording, right? That is just kind of a fear. Okay, so we need more carrots to actually grow the sunflower. Okay, so now we're running low on wood and we're running low on hay. So, this is where it gets tricky. Unlocks. What's the next expand? 500 pumpkins. Okay, so we're gonna switch the farm from. I'm gonna do carrot and tree. Or no. Yes. Maybe? That's gonna be the problem. Okay. Do bush. Uh-oh. And tree. Okay. So now I want to try something. Let's see. Move north. And under move north, I want to put plant entity. And I needed what? Pumpkins? Or not carrot? Okay, let's see if my idea works. So then plant entity carrot up here. Okay, that's getting harvested. So then when we move east, I want to plant entity pumpkin. Let's see. I'm moving so fast. It's not planting the trees anymore. Let's see. Because I want it to plant trees. So let's clear that. And then So it's not getting to tree before everything is... Right, where'd it go? Entities bush. Tree. No, it is. It is. And then let's actually put this move plant entity dot pumpkin. Let's plant sunflowers. Let's see. I broke it. Plant. One is not getting registered. Entities. Carrot. And then move north. Move east. Or let's move west. We're gonna change things up a bit. I'm pretty sure that broke it. We're gonna get rid of that move west. Maybe. No, it's working, I think. It's just taking its time. Oh, we're running low on grass. Pause. Okay, so then our next expand. Okay, so we're gonna grab this and save it so we don't lose that. Where's my... And I just want to see what I have. Oh dear. That didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. So we're gonna just go ahead and do a clear. Reset. We can redo that. 5. So put this back at 6. Or wait. I wonder if we... Let's see, 6 and 5, the full grid. If get entity title. Get rid of this. I think it's gonna still try to am I harvesting any grass? It does not seem like it. So let's do an enter. If can harvest. Harvest. There we go. Now it's just planting bushes, and I don't want all bushes. Main entities grass. Okay. Let's see if we can, because I want to get pretty much everything on here. If can harvest, plant entity. Entities grass. Wait, no. So plant grass. If can harvest, harvest. We're gonna plant a bush. If or plant carrot. And harvest, harvest. Grass. Then move east. Plant entities. Tree. Okay, I think that's slightly better. Oh, so let's replace. That seems more manageable. And so we're gonna do grass. Move east, bush, move north, then move east, and then we'll leave this as west. No, that's broken. Get rid of this move west. Okay. I think that's actually slightly better. Only thing we don't have growing is a pumpkin, but I just don't think there's the space for it. But with one grown, I think it's really good. My experience playing The Farmer Was Replaced was fun. The game can be challenging for a coding novice or someone who has not coded since the old MySpace days. However, since the game offers hints and reminders in the text editor, the coding element is very forgiving and beginner friendly. Coding games and farming sims can both become overwhelming. However, The Farmer Was Replaced does a good job of letting players set their own pace throughout the game and finding a balance between the two. The Farmer Was Replaced is now available on Steam for $9.99. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you'd like to see more game recommendations, be sure to follow our channel.